Did you know that in the world of investments, it's important not only to earn but also to preserve your assets? Aurum is not just a platform, it's an entire ecosystem that combines advanced financial tools with reliable data protection. We are your personal financial mentor, where security and innovation go hand in hand. With Aurum, you gain access to a unique ecosystem, including a non-custodial Web 3.0 wallet, the AI Trader EX system for automated trading powered by artificial intelligence, and analytics to support your investments every step of the way. Aurum is not only about trading convenience, but also about multi-layered asset protection, thanks to cutting-edge encryption technologies and security protocols. Join our community, create an account, top up your balance, and start earning with Aurum today. After all, your investments deserve the best. Aurum, an ecosystem leading you to a stable and secure future.
Well, g'day everyone. It's Jeff Ross here tuning in from down under in Tasmania. Thank you very much for coming on to our Aurum opportunity call here to unpack and explore what all of the fuss is about. You know, in just 1 month, in the first month of 2026, it's now, 5th of February as we're making this recording. We do these live once a week here. And in 1 month, we've had over 1,000 people join our community with Josh Belts and myself and the rest of the team here. And in that 1,000, we've had close to 100 people hit ranks within their first couple of weeks, within their first couple of days. And so I'm going to talk to you about both sides of the coin here with this conversation. And today, what I'm actually going to focus here on is this thing called Aurum and this AI trading bot that everybody is talking about. So welcome to our Aurum presentation here this week. Let's get into it. But first, before we do that, I just got to have a quick disclaimer for you. This presentation is meant to share information. It's for education purposes only about our project, and it should not be taken as financial advice or guarantee of results. Every investment out there carries risk, and your outcomes depend on your personal skills, market understanding, and risk tolerance. So when I go looking at anything, and when you go looking at anything, the first thing that we need to probably go and look at is who is the captain of the ship? Who is the person who is steering us? When the waters get choppy, who's in the control of the wheel? When we're in smooth sailing, who is guiding us to the next step, for the next growth point? Well, it's my absolute pleasure here to introduce you to Mr. Brian Benson. He is the CEO of Aurum. You may recognize this name if you've been involved in anything with the DeFi, in the blockchain, in the crypto space. He has been speaking all around the globe. You just go and Google him. This is what I did. Brian Benson from Binance. And you can see that he's one of the notable speakers on this topic. So much so, he's actually part of the Forbes Financial Council. Like, you can't buy yourself to be on that. It's an invitation only. And so he's recognized by Forbes Financial Council. He speaks around globe. This is him at Singapore at the Token 2049 conference. He's here and also talking about, the blockchain show and the global expansion in Abu Dhabi there. You've also got him on podcasts talking about this topic. He's on roundtables talking about this topic. You can see that there's some pretty notable speakers here. But these are places that you have to be invited to speak on the stage. So Mr. Brian Benson is the captain, is the CEO of this ship. And so what is we are all excited about here is being able to take advantage of the crypto markets, but also being able to look at a way to explore taking out the volatility, taking out the emotional reaction when the markets go up and the markets go down. As we're recording this, Bitcoin at the moment, it has gone down from where it was. But what we're talking about here is taking advantage of liquidity staking, meaning stability and intelligence here with an AI trading bot. So this AI trading bot that I'm going to unpack with you is basically taking the technology and taking the crypto markets and compounding interest, and it's basically making our money work smarter for us, into that, that wealth creation space that Robert Kiyosaki talks about in the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. Anyway, let's hear from Mr. Brian Benson himself about the vision for Aurum and how he can see the parallels between Aurum and Binance.
We're on a mission to create 1,000 millionaires that don't have $1 million today. So if we can come up with a system whereby there's, hundreds of thousands of people in there, but 1,000 of these people turn into millionaires, then those assets are inside of our platform. That turns us into a unicorn right away. And so that's really the goal that I have as an executive at the company, is how do we get people that don't have $1 million today to get them to $1 million through saving, through yield-bearing assets, through a lot, compounding interest, through a lot of these things that have been around for a long time, but that not everyone in the world uses. And these are tools that are super important to get us there. So that's how we're measuring it internally, is if we can get to the point where we have 1,000 people that have become millionaires through our system and through working with our products, then that gets us really close to the unicorn valuation. And we want to be a fintech unicorn. I think Binance was the fastest fintech unicorn ever in the history. Yeah. I think it took less than 6 months. We used to have a slide about that in our pitch deck. So I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I've been involved in one of the fastest growing fintech unicorns in the world. And I think what we have at Aurum is actually very similar to when I started at Binance.
You heard it there from him, the man himself. What we have here with Aurum is something similar to what they had with Binance and the journey that we got here. So not only have we've got someone with a history and a track record, this is not just an overnight success story. This is something that has been in the making for actually a little while. But Aurum itself has been around for 3 years, and it's got its own trading track record. We've been actually trading anywhere from 10 to 17% per month on our compounding interest there for over the last 3 years. It hasn't had a losing month yet. And so how do you get access to this? Well, let me introduce you to the back office dashboard here with Aurum. So normally, not normally, it's only $20 a year to actually, for the subscription to get access to this product. $20 a year. So what's that? That's probably 2 to 3 cups of coffee in today's speak. So you can get access to that. That's going to give you access to the market material, give you access to the community. And so how do you get started? Well, it's you've got to load up some crypto onto it, either USDT or USDC. And if you're new to this and you're thinking, oh, Jeff, how do I even get started? Well, I'm going to talk to you about our community and our structure and our team support that we have at the end of this call. So just hang with me here, because we've got something that meets for everybody, whether you're just getting started, whether you're a high net worth individual and you're looking to get into this wealth creation, into this investment space, to be able to make your money work harder and smarter for you, and be able to look at leveraging this compounding interest bot with this AI trading bot. So we've been trading since Q1, since 2023. So we have a captain at the ship who has experience and has a track record. The company itself with Aurum, as I said, has a track record and has been winning every month for the last 3 years. As of trading of November 1st, when this presentation was created, we need to update this slide, but that's actually, I think, closer to 75 million now as of today. But back in November 1st, it's actually around $56 million in the trading pool. Seeing a 538,048%, since the launch there on the return. So basically, you get in where you fit in. Most people are starting at $1,000. So if you've got $10,000, what we recommend, and I'm going to talk to you about our family pack strategy as we unpack this. And so there are a way here to support this and make your money work smarter for you, but also leveraging our partner program that I'm going to talk to you about in the end. Now, if you're not interested in that, that's cool. You don't have to worry about promoting this. You can just look after yourself, put the oxygen mask on first, and you get in where you fit in. So let's say you're starting here at the $5,000 to $10,000 level. Well, you can see there at the business package there, it's just under 14%, so 13.99% on average per month for the compounding interest. So you can see down there at the bottom of the slide, it's very important to note this. Your principal, you're basically the starting principal, the money that you put in to be liquidity staked can be withdrawn on the 1st, the 10th, the 20th if you require it for emergency funds or anything like that. However, you will wear a 35% early redemption fee. Now, after 12 months, that early redemption fee is waived, and it's only 1% for your withdrawal fee from there. So the more you put in, the more compounding interest you're getting to work in your favor and away we go. But as I said, you get in where you can fit in and get started with something that's comfortable for you. So for example here, like let's look at this $500 deposit and over a 5-month trading period here from 17th of April to the 17th of September. You can see here that this $500 deposit has had an increase of an ROI of 76.4%. I don't know if you're going to get that in America. I think they call it a CD, but here in Australia, we call it a term deposit within our banks. I don't see our banks working that hard for us to be able to help us to increase our money like this and multiply it. Pretty awesome when you can get access to something like this. Now, let me walk you through this 12-month success plan and this example here of putting in $10,000 to get started. Right, so this $10,000 here on the April of 10th, 2025 on this example. Now, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner with that arrow pointing down, that says the 16th of the 5th, 2025. So let's call that 5 weeks. And in that 5 weeks, we've seen a $2,360 return on the original 10,000, which makes it now $12,360. Not bad, hey? Now, let's even go further, right? So in 5 weeks, we're seeing a 23% return on our investment. I want you to pay attention here to the hashtag B3341972. That is the account number for this bot. You can see it's the same number here on this example here. So 10 weeks later, 55%, we're seeing a return on our investment. 12 weeks later, we're seeing a 74% return on the investment for this example. And 16 weeks later, so what's that? That's 4 months. We're seeing 103% return on our investment. That $10,000 is now doubled to $20,000, and away we go. Now, you can withdraw the profits daily. Now, if you want to, so you can see on these examples, though, they've got that green button that says reinvest. So what this means is they're rolling back the profits back into the original amount to use the compounding interest effect here, anywhere from 10 to 17% per month on that sliding scale. I've been involved with this for a month now, and in January, I saw my money multiply by 16% with the compounding interest for that very first month. It was pretty cool seeing this all in action now and seeing the fruit of the labors and the rewards of it actually coming to fruition. Right, so now in this example here, you can see we've got the blue withdrawal button that's highlighted now, because you've got to take note here of the date. The date here is the 10th of December, 2025. Remember I said you could withdraw it on the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th day of each month. Now, if you do it before the 12 months is up, you will wear that 35% early redemption fee, but you can do it. So you can see down here the tick, the box is blue. And you can also see here on this example here that we've got 3 boxes that are green, that tick the reinvest, and one that's gone to the grey. That one there, that's not the example there, they're using that to pay their bills. They're using that, so they're withdrawing the profit monthly to come from that and using that to pay for their everyday bills. And then they're using the other 3, using for wealth creation strategy here to be able to help them to multiply their money. Now, you can see here in this example here, as well, with back to the original one, right? So B34441972. You can see now that original, that $10,000 that we started with in the original example has now multiplied to $39,506 in 12 months. Not a bad 12-month success plan, if you ask me. As I said, I don't know where I'm seeing those sort of returns in our term deposits or anything like that. Now, to be very, very clear, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money and all that sort of thing. I'm just educating you for that purposes to show you and help you to give you the information that you need to make the most informed decision for yourself. Now, we also do have an app that's been launched. I do believe it's launched on Android, and very, very soon it's coming out for Apple. I know I'm an Apple user, and for once, Apple hasn't been first. It's like, hang on, come on, guys. No, but there is an Apple app that's launching. Android's already out with our Neobank app. And we've just come back off the back of this amazing event here. 4 of our team were lucky enough to actually go and spend some time with Mr. Brian Benson himself, and and our team upline that supported the conversation here at a beautiful location here in the Versace in Dubai. Huge shout out to Leanne and Raf and Kay and sorry, I'm completely on the 4th name now. There was 4. Aaron Fodder. Huge shout out to our amazing team. Sorry, Aaron, I didn't forget about you. I just went blank for a second. Dyslexia. So amazing the stories that have come back from that conversation. Just the belief levels and the excitement that come off the back of that as well has increased us as a team. And we've got an event coming up very shortly in April in Miami, and we're very excited about that one as well. So let me introduce you to our Aurum partner program, right? So Aurum is our ecosystem. There are more products than the AI X trading bot, which I've just walked you through. They do have a card. They do have a couple of other things there that you can go and explore to help you to multiply your money. The thing that we're all focusing here on as a team is the AI X trading bot using the compounding effect leverage here. That's what's really excited, right? To keep it nice and simple. And so our partner program is one of the simplest partner programs that I've seen as well. Now, as it says on the very top line there, I don't want you to be misled by incomes that, the higher level incomes, as they're easily achieved. You've got to put in the work. Your results will vary according to your time, efforts, and skills, right? But someone who's a builder like myself, it's been at like this for 2009, can go and support a team, and we can go do this together, right? So our team build is what we're doing is a 3x3, right? Now it's manual placement, but we're doing it together. So like the leaders are helping people to get up and run. So because when we create a community where people are getting paid and promoted within their first few weeks, within their first month, people will want to stay and play with us, and we go build that wealth creation ecosystem together. We can go a lot further faster together, and we've already seen the proof in the pudding over the last month. As I said, we've had 1,000 people join our team since we officially launched this as a team, and we've got over close to 100 people who have ranked up. I know my friend Dale Lee, I'm going to bring him out on our team training later on. He just hit the rank of Nexus today, so huge celebration for that. I personally hit the rank of Oracle just a couple of days ago, but we've got people like my friend Trish and Dave and Dazza who have been in things before and never been able to hit any ranks in their first month, let alone their first 6 months, and they're coming into this space now, and because they're joining a winning team and we're running together, they've hit the first rank with Voyager and they're on their way to Vanguard. So we've got people like myself who are winning, but what's got me most excited is we've got people like Trish, we've got people like Dave, we've got people like Daryl who have never really gone and ranked in anything in before, and they're doing it here with us for their very first time. Now, let me walk you through the ranks and how you can actually qualify, right? So let's focus in on Voyager, which is the first rank. And I always like to drop this clue on how people can do it, right? So you're going to go start your first position. And as I said, we're doing a 3x3 team build. So what's that mean? We've got position 1, and then below position 1, we're going to have position 2, 3, and 4, or A, B, and C in this case. So, and then A, B, and C. For A, we're going to help get 3. B, we're going to help get 3, and C, we're going to help get 3. And then we just go 3x3 all the way down infinity levels deep. So instead of building this wide, we're choosing to build this deep. Why are we choosing to build this deep? Well, go with me here and let's look at the ranks and see where the bonus money in this is very, very quickly and very, very fast. And we can take some of that bonus money, we can put it back into our bot for our personal contribution, and we can have our money start multiplying for us using the compounding interest effect as well. So to hit Voyager, all you need is $7,500 trading volume below your main spot, your top spot, right? So I talked about a family pack there before. And so if you wanted to get like 4 positions, right? So you got your husband, you got your wife, and you got your brother and your auntie, on the top 4 positions. And if you got $10,000 to start with, this is what I would do. You would put $1,000 on your top position, and then you would spread out the $9,000 on Joe's, on your wife's, on your uncle's, and on your auntie's position. All right, so bear with me here. So that's going to give you probably enough points to hit Voyager straight away on that top position. Because see right here, you only need $7,500 trading volume to unlock the first rank. You must have $100 personally contributed. So tick, we've got that. Now that's going to unlock 5% team profit. So for every deposit that goes below you, you can earn up to 5%. Now, as they go down, 10 levels, 12 levels deeper, you earn a percentage of that 5% that goes up. As long as nobody's at the same rank or below, it's the same rank or higher than you, you will earn that commission on that spot. So if we go to Vanguard, then what we start to do now is we now start to build. So now say you've got a team of builders, or you've got a team of people following the leader, right? Following what you do and duplicating what you do. Now you've got people that are coming in and they're following the family pack strategy here. Now, those 3 people that got started, they're now doing the same thing, and away we go. This is where we start using the multiplier and compounding in fact. So now we're at 25,000, which gives us the 40% for 10,000 for the trading volume for the legacy volume. We're now getting 7% from our direct referrals. We've got $300 personally contributed on our bot. And yes, you can unlock that money as well after 12 months as well. You won't wear the 35% early redemption fee to get, to have that money. It starts on its own clock every time you put in a new deposit. Now you've got a $500 bonus, and away we go. So, as I said, Dale hit the rank of Nexus just today. So what did that mean? Well, he's gone and started building a team. He's got a team of, I don't know, probably over 100 plus people, in his team now that are following and duplicating the system. Now, there are leg requirements that you need to make sure that you acquire for each rank as you get to the higher ranks. This is why we say you need at least 3 legs that are building, and that's why we go on the 3x3. So we're starting with the end in mind from day one. Right, so we've got 3 legs of building. For Nexus, you needed to have at least 2 vanguards, one in one leg and another in another leg to qualify for the Nexus position. And you needed to have the trading volume, so $125,000 in trading volume, and make sure that you got personally contributed $1,500. That unlocks a $2,000 bonus, and now it's unlocked for Dale a 12.5% interest on, 12.5% team profits on all of the deposits below him. Now, obviously, as they go down the ranks, 12, 15, 20 generations down, you'll only earn a percentage of up to 12.5%. As it comes closer, that's where you get closer to that higher mark. But at Oracle, now in the higher ranks, we now start to earn from the shareholders Globus pool bonus. So what the company's doing is they're putting a percentage of their funds aside every year to be able to put in the shareholders global pool bonus. And the higher ranks now start to get a share, right? So at Oracle, you get 0.1.5% of a share. So it's like they pay that out around Christmas time, and that becomes like a Christmas bonus. So at the alpha position, you've got like 0.5 of a share, at the shareholders bonus there, right? So we had a guy here who actually introduced Josh, and then Josh introduced me. And then as we're going, this is how our teams exploded to 1,000 people within just 1 month, following our 3x3 team building strategy, helping up people to rank up and get paid and promoted so they stay and play with us, and we go build the community together. The person who introduced Josh, his name's HP. He actually just a couple of weeks ago unlocked the level of Dominion, and he's well on his way to close to the next level there of Archeon. Right, so we've got some really Greek names going here for the ranks, right? So Dominion has been unlocked. I saw it straight away. The $500,000 bonus was in his wallet, and he was able to deposit it in his bank account like that. The payment is instant without bonuses. You get actually a Telegram bot that gives you the notification whenever you get a deposit with into your account. A referral bonus, a level up bonus, all of those sort of things so our team can show you how to turn the notification bot on, and you can watch the money multiply. And so not only have we got an amazing partner program here, we've got an amazing product that backs this up and it stands on its own legs. We've got an amazing captain at the ship with Brian Benson here, who's been here and done this before with Binance. And we've got a track record, with a 3-year track record without a losing month yet, of 10 to 17% compounding interest. So now you can see why we're all very, very excited about this conversation. So I want you to go out there. If you've just joined, you're new to this space, reach out to the person who invited you to this call and ask them for their referral code, and let's get you plugged into the system. We've got 2 power hour calls a day to be able to help our community get funded and get up and run and go fast. This is one of the key ingredients to our success, how we built 1,000 team in 1 month. This is how we're going to go to 10,000 in probably the next 2 to 3 months. Our power hour calls, we host them on a 3 p.m. and a 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our American friends, which works out to be 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. Sydney time for our Australian friends. And for everybody else in between, go and use www.worldtimebuddy.com for the time conversion. right? But these power hours are really one of the key ingredients to our success. They're an open mic forum. They're a community building forum where we're here to help you to ask all of your questions. If you're new to crypto, great. We've got you covered. This is for you. If you've got a bit of crypto experience, great. We need you to be a team leader to come and help and educate our community. We've got people like Sarah and Liz, which have been running this amazing Power Hour calls for the last month. We've got people like Aaron. We've got people like Daryl. We've got people like Dave. We've got people like, just many, many names, right? To be able to help support you on this amazing journey. Robin Jordan, for example, has been an amazing superstar when it comes to supporting our Power Hour calls. And then we also have Dr. Joseph McClendon, who's one of the world's top neuropsychologists, one of the world's top mindset and personal development coaches in the world. If you've been to any Tony Robbins events, you've probably seen him speak on stage at all of the UPW events for the last 30 years. Mr. Josh Phelps and Dr. Joseph McClendon have now partnered up together to give us Mindset Pro. And so we're giving you that every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's complimentary for being part of our team. Because we know when people come into this space and they believe in themselves, they believe in the product, they believe in the company, and they believe in the industry, that is where the magic source really lies. And this is where we lock arms and run together as a community who is drumming the same drumbeat, and away we go. So we do that at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday, which works out to be 12 p.m. so lunchtime on a Tuesday for us Aussies. And it doesn't stop there. There is more to come. We also have our It's Pro Time Saturday calls where we're doing our announcements, where we do our team strategy from Mr. Josh Phelps and Brianna Williams and the rest of the corporate team here with what we've got here with Freedom Pro. Freedom Pro is our affiliate marketing company that we're all a part of here with the corporate team side of things. And then so Josh has decided to go out here and say, right, this is too good not to put down. This is too good to actually look the other way. So we're going to put our name to this product. We're going to represent this as affiliates ourselves, and we're going to go build a wealth creation community, where we're building this ecosystem together, be able to helping us to run and win together in that space. So we're pouring all of our resources into this team build. And so what we've got happening here is working. As I said, 1,000 people have joined in the first month alone as we've been here running this as a team. We've got nearly 100 people who have hit the Voyager and Vanguard and Nexus and everything else in between at this stage. We've got people ranking up left, right, and center. So make sure that you reach out to the person who invited you. We've also got a really sexy funnel tool that Hutchie put together for us and our team. And so we've got all the tools, we've got all the systems, we've got all the structure, we've got all the leadership, we've got all the resources that you need to be able to leverage us, to lock arms, and let's go build this together. So we're also going to host a team training call tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which works out to be 1 p.m. today on Thursday at lunchtime for us Aussies. And so we host these opportunity calls on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. New York time, which is 12 p.m. Sydney time for us Aussies and Kiwis down here, down under. And so come back if you're already part of the training, or if you're just new to this space and you want to learn how to go and promote, you want to learn how to enroll people, you want to learn how to get the law of buy-in in your favor, then come back to our team training call that we're going to host in about half an hour's time. Make sure if you're already a part of the team that you're reaching out and you're inviting people to this call. I'm going to have our friend Dale Lee, who just hit up Nexus today, come on and give us an amazing testimony as well to share his experience and his vision for what he sees with what we're building here together with Aurum. So guys, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to seeing you on the next call. I am going to close this one down now. It'll be the same link to jump back on in about 30 minutes time for our team training call. Thank you for your time. Bye for now.